So, here we are with the last episode before the mid-season hiatus, and we get to see the Yaks again. Yay. Okay, I liked Party Poop just fine, and I didn't hate the Yaks, but I wasn't really crossing my fingers that we get to see more of them. Heck, I'd rather see an episode with Zecora in her homeland. But hey, this season has been really hard focused on developing non-main 6 characters more, and this episode will have Pinky as a main player, so there's already potential for good comedy. On the other hand, coming off last week's episode leaves really big horseshoes to fill this week. Can Not Asking for Trouble end the first half of Season 7 on a high note, or will the episode end up smashed? Well, it didn't disappoint in showing us more of the Yaks culture through their special festival, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce. I just think it works better than Pinky showing up for a regular visit for the heck of it, because at the very least, the audience is learning along with Pinkie Pie, and it doesn't feel forced or random for her to be there. And hey, we got a good explanation for why they're all so smash happy all the time. It might seem strange, but it shows that different people have different ways that help them relax, and they were just smashing their own logs instead of destroying someone else's property. One thing I can really appreciate about Not Asking for Trouble is it shows the proper way of respecting someone else's culture. By this, I mean Pinky was more than eager to learn about the Yaks and their customs without questioning anything. Once she was invited in by Prince Rutherford, our favorite party pony just jumped right in to enjoy herself alongside the Yaks. Other cultures can understandably seem strange, and it's reasonable to be a little hesitant to join in on something you don't understand. But I just loved how gung-ho Pinky was about participating, even if she was more concerned about enjoying herself than taking notes to bring back to Twilight. Showing genuine interest in something is the best way to show respect and gratitude towards someone of a foreign custom, especially since Pinky already helped the Yaks enjoy pony culture, so in a way, she's returning the favor. Unfortunately though, despite being shown more of the Yaks in their homeland and showing people the best way to respect others' practices, the episode is pretty meh for the most part. There's really nothing terrible about it, but it's not really that special either. Seriously, I keep forgetting the name of this episode, and that's never happened to me before. I said this about Honest Apple, but once again, this episode was just standard and okay. Pinky shows up and experiences Yak culture, there's an avalanche, Yaks refuse to ask for help, Pinky goes and gets her friends to clear the village of snow, and episode over. That's it. Heck, the moral is really confusing too. Was it supposed to be respecting someone's wishes? Was it about just helping someone without being asked to because it's the right thing to do? Heck, Prince Rutherford was even sending Pinky mixed signals after the snow came crashing in, which in a situation like that, you need to be more straightforward. Even the comedy really wasn't that up to par for a Pinky episode. Sure, there were some good jokes from the prince about Pinky checking herself before wrecking herself, how yak horns wouldn't be supported by her head, and that she asked too many questions. And I loved how ebullient Pinky was about getting new titles for herself, and how she cut back into the episode about the horns being too heavy right before the credits started. But really, the jokes were few and far between, with some jokes just being alright. Like how she played 20 million questions instead of 20 questions. This is kind of disappointing considering she's usually a comedic goldmine. Oh, and a few things came to mind about this episode. Why did Pinky fly all the way back to Ponyville to get her friends when Party Poop showed that the Crystal Empire is fairly close to Yakistan? Why not go and get help from Cadence, Shining Armor, Sunburst, and about a dozen other Crystal Guards? It wouldn't take nearly as long as it did to get back to Ponyville and fly back to Yakistan, and I'm sure Cadence and Shining Armor would have gladly assisted Pinky. Plus, we could have gotten a little more screen time for Cadence and possibly have seen how she deals with foreign dignitaries. Don't get me wrong, I love our main characters, but this season has really been huge with using non-main 6 characters, so why not use ones that are in closer proximity to the issue? It's not like the outcome would have been very different, and Pinky could have used the chance to have the Yaks make new friends with the Crystal Empire's leaders, and vice versa. Like I said, this episode is pretty meh, and I apologize, but I really don't have much else to say about it. At least Honest Apple had that fantastic moral, but here it's just honestly bland. It's not terrible, but the fact that I keep forgetting the name of the episode should be an indication of how little the episode left an impact. It had a few decent jokes, we saw more Yak culture, and it showed the best way to show respect for other customs, but what it did fine is just that. Fine. I'm gonna have to go with a yellow flag rating, but I think a meh episode is an alright way to ease us into this hiatus. But what did you think of Not Asking for Trouble? Post your thoughts down below and thank you for watching. I'm MrLeftTurn, I'll see you when I get back from the track.